Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about or start talking about the Boss GT1000. This is going to be a series of videos I'm going to do. Today is basically just going to be a demo and a quick run through on kind of how it works and show you some of the sounds that I set up for my patches and stuff. We're not going to dive into like actually doing a patch today. We're just going to go through some of the sounds and kind of show you what I did. And then in the next video I'm going to show you how to create a full patch for yourself, a full bank that controls all these here. But we're going to just do the basics today and kind of go over it. The first thing I want to talk about is that number one, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. Boss is not sponsored. I have no sponsors, and this is just me doing this to help out the next guy to make it a little easier for him to kind of use this, because once you figure it out, it's pretty easy to use, but there is a little bit of a learning curve, and I want to talk about that because the manual kind of sucks. The first thing I want to say is that, so this looks like a nice thick manual, and you figure you got a lot to read, but you actually don't. There's only 18 pages in English. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 different languages, and so each one only has 18 pages, and it's very basic and just gives you very minimal knowledge of how to actually use the pedal. It's pretty disappointing if you're somebody that's not familiar with using pedals like this. It could be pretty frustrating because there's not a whole lot in there. It gives you very, very basic information. There's a ton of stuff that this thing does that the manual doesn't even cover. And in the manual it says go read their PDF online or something. And even their videos online, which I've watched, don't cover so many things that this thing does that, come on, boss. For the price of this thing, I mean, this thing's $1,150, and then you got to pay tax on top of it. And, you know, you might get it shipped or not shipped for free, but you're talking almost $1,200. For $1,200, they should be sending you a glossy, nice, full color manual that tells you how to do everything with this pedal, but they don't. They want you to go, like, do research on it, which is kind of crappy. So come on, boss, you need to step up your game, because I really like your stuff, but your manual for this really sucks. I mean, I was really disappointed on it, and, you know, basically for me, once I found out that you could just do a factory reset on it, I just started pushing buttons. So I'm gonna say that it's easy to program, but it's hard to figure out in the beginning. Maybe that's how it is, because it's not terribly hard, but it's not as easy as it should be. With like my old Boss ME70, which came with a manual that had everything that pedal did was put in that manual. You could literally go through and figure out how to do everything. They don't do that anymore. They just chintz out on that stuff. And I don't think that's okay. I think they should tell you how to do everything and how to program it and how to, you know, create your patches and banks and everything. That's so basic in that book that trying to figure it out is kind of frustrating. But that's here nor there. That's my personal opinion about that. Let's get into this. You guys know that if you guys have watched my channel, you know that I did a video on the head rush pedal, and I was very excited about getting that, but there were some issues and it just ended up not working out, and so I ended up I had 2 of those. I went through 2 of them. Both of them had issues. One of them, the screen didn't work. The other one was having problems as well. I discussed those in the video, so you guys haven't seen that, go watch that. And that's how come I ended up going with the Boss GT1000, because this one has turned out to be really amazing. I'm really glad I bought it, so I'm really happy with this. But it's a pretty expensive pedal. I mean, $1,150, that's a chunk of change. So let's get into this. That's enough of my rant and raving. Let's talk about the basics of this pedal, so you guys can start getting an understanding of how this works. So what's really cool is, so if you look over here, there's a U right here in the screen right here, and this is not a touch screen. Everything is done with these knobs. But there's a U right here. So you have 50 user presets that you can go in and you can create 50 different things in there. And then you have, if I bank down one like this and go to here, then you'll see the P. Those are presets, those are parameters that you can't change and modify in here. So you can actually pull them down into your users and then create them. But in this one, you can't. So what we want is we want to be back up here on this one, just like that. And just so you guys see to a quick little idea of what I was doing there. So when you bank up or down, so if I bank up right here, it's going to flash like that. And then you got to push one of these down here, and that puts you in that bank of all your settings in here. And you've got 5 foot switches here. Plus you got a control 1, control 2, and control 3. The control 3 on this for me is set up to default. It's my tuner. So I'll show you how that looks too. So if you push that right there, you got a tuner right there. And the tuner works really good. I mean, if you just hit it, you can see it right there. And once it glows right there, like that, which we need a little adjustment there. See, now we're in it. We're right where we need to be. And then once you're done, just push that back. And then you're back into the, and it's a silent tuner, and then you're back in there. Let's bank back down. Like that. Now to adjust all your things, right here there's a patch, there's a gain, there's a bass, there's a treble, there's a BPM, and there's a patch level. So when you go into each one of these, so if I'm on this one right here and I need to adjust the level, I can turn this right here and I can adjust the level. So when I go to this one, they can be evened out, or this one has a little boost on it. But each one of these, as you go across, you can adjust the level on it to get it balanced out to where you need it. So you can change the level on each one. And then once you dial in the level that you need, you just hit this right button right here. And when you hit the right button, it's going to bring up this screen right here. It's going to ask you what you want to do. It's going to say write, exchange, initialize, or insert. All you want to do is hit the exchange, and then you're going to hit write again, and then it's going to ask you if you want to exchange it. And it, and you're just switching, you're just adjusting them. Then you're going to hit yes right here, and then you're done. And then you just change your level. It's really that easy, and it's really that easy to program everything once you figure it out. The other cool thing about it is that when you're in a program, when you decide to set something up, when you click right here, you're going to click effects. You're going to see your whole chain right here. This is your whole chain all across. So everything that's in there, from your amps to everything that's set up and turned on. And the lit up ones are the ones that are on, and the ones that aren't lit up are the ones that are off. And you can just scroll through those very easily by using the number 6 knob right here. And you can scroll around to, and I know you guys, it's kind of hard for you guys to see that. But you can see as it's lighting up, and you can scroll to each one. And then when you get to whichever one you want to check out, you press that right there. And that turns it off, or that turns it on. And when it's on, each time you scroll to one of these, like if I scroll to this one, it changes the parameters down here. And you can see what it is. And then all you got to do to adjust things and change things is just turn whatever knob is underneath here. You just turn that knob to whatever you want to adjust your levels. This changes whatever it is. Whatever the effects type is, turn this right here, and that'll change, because this is on an effects one. That'll change the effects. And then this adjusts every parameter right here. It's that easy. So if I want to go over here to this effects one, as soon as I get there, which is a Renaissance, and it has type and everything, and I'll just go to whichever knob I need to adjust. I just turn that knob, and then once it's done, it's set in there. And then what you're going to do once you go back, when you come back to the main screen, after you adjust all your parameters, you're going to go back in and hit your little right button there, just like I did before. And then you're going to hit the exchange real quick, and then you're going to hit right again, and then it's going to show you that. But I'm going to show you guys how to do all that in another video. I'm just kind of going through it real quick. But this kind of shows you where you can get into your stuff, and you can see the whole chain of events. And then this goes actually further. I'm going to see if I can do this. It's kind of, as I scroll along, it's going through all the chains, but it goes, you can see how it pulls all the way down to here. See if I can do this better for you guys. And then you can scroll back, and that's the whole chain as I go across from beginning to end for that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can adjust and everything, and each one of those has a different one in there that you can see. And when I do show you guys how to create a patch, you'll be able to see this better. I'm just kind of going through it real quick. But then once you're done messing with that, you just come back out of the exit button, then you come back to your sounds right here. So that's what you hit the effects menu, hit the effects right there. That'll take you to your chain. You can turn all these on, turn them off, adjust the parameters. Because once you get on one of those, you can just turn the knobs right here. You turn them on and off just by hitting number 6. It'll shut it on or off. Just like this. If I go right here to this first effects, and right now it's on. If I push that right there, it goes like that, and now it's off. And then I will turn it back on like so, and then it's back on. And it's that easy to adjust things, and once you get in there and stuff. But when you're first reading the manual, it doesn't explain a whole lot of that. You kind of got to figure it out. You guys will see if you ever get one of these. But we're going to get back out of that. Then you got a menu screen right here. And you'll click on the menu screen, and that takes control mode, control assign. This you can assign your different foot switches as you want and everything. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Because there's a real easy way if you just want to take some of the basic stuff and create a patch real quick and create a bank real quick. There's a real easy way to do it. And I will show you guys how to do that in the next video. But it's real easy, and I figured it out. It's pretty simple because let's exit out here. The easiest way to create some sound. Say you find a sound. Say I found this sound and I want to put it somewhere. If I hit right here, and it has exchange right here. So when you go to the exchange, when you click on the exchange like this, you'll see where it says you want to exchange this to this area, and then you can dial this knob right here, and you can put it anywhere that you want, and you can swap out the things real quick. So the one that's here will swap wherever that one was at, and you can swap it in and out, and that's the easiest way to move things around real fast to get it lined up if you want to do that. And then we don't want to do that because all my stuff's already set up, so we're going to go back out on it and kind of show you guys how this. But let's get into some sounds and kind of show you this. You can program an auto wah, or you can have a wah here. If I go right here, you guys will see this is my auto wah. When I touch that right there, you'll see that light up there, which is saying that the wah is on right there. Or I can go right here, and then I can use the wah. I don't know if I can get enough pressure on it. I can't. But all you gotta do is step on. It's got a pressure switch, and you'll see the wah kick on right there. So I can either use my auto wah, or I can have it on my lead channel, and I can use the wah. And this light will light up as well. I just can't push it hard enough on this stand to make it. And it's really easy when it's on the floor to do that. But you can set up different. You can set that as a volume or a wah or different things. You can set as a phase. There's so many different things you can program that pedal just by going to the other thing. We'll get into some of that in some of the other videos. Let's go back and just go into some sounds that I found. I'm not going to go through all of the sounds that they have in here, but the other thing you do to scroll through from patch to patch is instead of scrolling up with your banks like this and going up and down like that, or going to whatever you want like that, if you want to scroll through the patches real fast, you can just turn this first knob here where it's patch and see how it's scrolling, and you can scroll through all the sounds. And the first thing I want to do, because this is actually my patch, and when you first turn it on, when you first get this, you're going to get this patch, and I'm going to dial down to it real quick because it's the first one that'll come on. If I can get there real fast. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can because there's 50 of these as well. So this is the first patch you're going to come to, and it's going to be the one like this, and it's going to be the premium drive. This is going to be the first one you're going to come to, the first sound you're going to get. It's going to be off of this one right here. And this is actually a pretty good drive. So it sounds pretty good, and what's really cool is you can kick it up, and that's like the bass drum. Then you can hit right here, and this is kind of boost it a little bit more, and then you really get up. So you get this really cool drive, and then it has a lead right here, so you can have like right there off of that. So that's that same patch that you're getting that same lead. So and that's preset in there, just set up just like it is, and then you can go through some other ones right here. Like let's turn those off. We just did that, and then you can click on this one. This is your preset from the first one. This is a deep shimmer, which is sounds really nice. And then let's go to the third one because I don't even remember what's on here. Sorry. But That's the third one. Let's see what the fourth one is. This is a modern, kind of a modern lead type thing. Which sounds really good. And what do we got on the last one there? This is a multi-band crunch is what it says, but and that's the first set of patch. That's the first patch that when you turn this on, that's what you're going to get. And I could actually gig with that. The way I would rearrange the pedals a little bit, rearrange where they're set up at. But I could actually gig with that. And that's the first one that you're going to get on. Now we're going to scroll back to my settings real quick and kind of show you guys what I like on this. That would be my son making noises and laughing in the background there. So, but let's do a few of my settings. So this is... Oh, one more. Got it. Go one more. Like that right there. All right. So this is what's called 12 string, and I love this because it has just such a nice like 12 string sound. And I love that as a clean. That's my main clean that I'm using now. And that 12 string sounds amazing. It comes like that, programmed already in there. I didn't set that. That's one of the actual presets that's in it. So I put that there as my number one for my clean tones. It really just sounds really nice. And even if you're single picking, sounds really, really nice. So I love that 12 string sound. That's one of the first ones that I found that I just really, really liked. Even if you're doing like finger picking stuff as well, like it sounds really, really nice, and I love that 12 string sound. I love the sound of the 12 string, so it's really, really cool. And that's what it's called. It's called 12 strung. So if you guys are looking for it here, that's what it's called. Now we're going to go to this is my rhythm channel right here, and this is called X Dry Drive. sounds really, really good. I like it. It's meaty, but I can do classic rock stuff as well as the heavier stuff that I like to play, so I can play like Ozzy stuff. Sounds really good. Great distortion. That is that actual X drive. That is actually, didn't do any tweaking to that one either. I really like that one just the way it was. So I just left it in there and put it in there. And then I did a little tweaking on the next one. This is actually my lead channel, which is going to be the X drive. But I actually added a little bit of delay. And yeah, I think it's delay. And what else did I add in there? Let's see. What do we got in there? Yeah, we got a DS1 distortion there. We got a volume. We've got, what else we got in there? Let's see. Scroll down here. Yeah, in the effects we got a delay and a reverb in there as well. So there's delay and reverb in that, just so you guys know. So you guys know what it is there. Now let's go back to that and I'll let you guys hear that. That's what that sounds like. That's what my lead channel sounds like. Sounds pretty good. Flubbed a couple notes, but that's okay. It happens. And that's my lead channel. And then over here, I've got an auto wah set up on this. So let's get this so you guys can hear kind of the auto wah. That's the auto wah stuff. And you can see when I kick that on, the wah is right there. And then over here, I've got this crazy effect. And this is something that's super cool that's in this thing that I really like a lot. If you guys are like into some really cool like intro stuff, listen to this. This is crazy. Now you can do this with a single note or you can play it as a chord. We'll play it as a chord first. Is that not just nuts? Or you can even get down here on little single notes. That's just crazy. So there's lots of crazy effects like that in this thing. There's really crazy nutty stuff. Let me show you a couple other. I'm going to bank up here because that's pretty much my bank there. Now you can turn things on and off as well by hitting these. Like with this one right here, if I want to shut something off, it changes the effects. You guys can hear the difference. In other words, so you can turn things on and off as well. But let's bank up to this one right here. And as you bank up, like I said, as you bank up and down, when I go up, you'll see it says 2, and then you got to hit this down here and it'll stop flashing there, and then we're on bank 2. Now this is the deep shimmer reverb that I like on this, and so we're going to play that for you. It sounds really nice. Really, really nice reverb. That's got some chorus in it as well with reverb. It's really a nice one. That's a standard one that's in there. I did dial it down and adjust it a little bit for my taste because some of these are a little bit like amped up. So I did dial that one down a little bit. That's what you get. Now the distortions I have is the same. On all my patches, I'm running the same distortion. I didn't change that out. But I did change something out on each one at the end here. This is called overtones. Let's drop that back down. I think that is a really cool sound. They also have that where it's a clean and a distortion, which I have set up on my next patch. So let's go ahead and bank that. Now, again, you can turn these on and off as you want, but that's my setups. Now, these are just my same distortions. If you guys are wondering, it's my same lead, same Ottawa in there because I like that distortion, so I programmed it in all of mine. So let's go up to the next bank though and listen to the next one. This is a different. It's called Crunch Vibe CE-1, but it's more of a chorusy sound. So you guys can hear that. Really nice sound. So really nice chorusy sound. It's a little different than the other one that I was playing. Again, my distortions are all the same on that, except this one I changed and it's not a. Remember I was telling you I did this one first. This is that clean one again. But they have one that's beefed up, which is this one. chords. I think that just sounds crazy, crazy cool. So I like experimenting with different things and stuff. But that's kind of my 3 patches and some of the sounds that I found here. There's tons of different sounds in here. Like for each bank that you go through, you've got 5, 6, 7. You got 8 different patches in each thing. You got 8 different patches that you can program in every bank. So there's 50. What's it? 8 times 5 is what's it? 8 times 5 is 45. So there's 450 different sounds you can program for your own personal use. Plus you got the presets ones, which is another 450 that's in there. So you're talking 900 different sounds and stuff that you can do with this thing. And then it also plugs in. You don't need an amp with this. I'm playing out of this orange 212 combo right here. But you can go in right here direct. You can plug direct right into a PA system, and you don't need anything but this. And you can go play. You can take this, plug into wherever PA system that you're at, and you can go play, which is really awesome. Because if you want to carry the minimum stuff, you take your guitar, you take this, you go plug into the PA, and you're rocking and rolling. It sounds really good that way. I will probably do a demo on that where it's plugged into the PA versus playing it through my amp. And there's also a thing in here, and I'm not going to get into it, but like depending on what amp you're playing out of, you go into this program and you go type in whatever amp you're playing out of as well, which just makes it even sound better because it's kind of synced up to that amp type thing. This can also control the amps channels. If you've got a 2-channel amp, you can hook it up with a 4-cable method, and you can control your amps. You can add external pedals. It's got some setups for some external pedals as well. This thing does so much stuff. It's just crazy. I wanted to give you a couple sounds in this video just to kind of give you guys some sound tones and stuff that I found. Kind of go through a couple things. I didn't want to get crazy because I didn't want to make this too long because we could be here forever. That's why I want to do it in segments. The next segment that I'm going to do is going to be how to set up a patch. How you actually set up like when you decide you want to do a bank, how you scroll down and then you set up all these to whatever you want, and how you set up a bank to create it. And I'm going to show you guys the simple way to do it. It's going to be the first video, how to do it the simple way, and then I'll show you how to do a writing one as well, because I ended up doing both. But I'm going to show you the simple way just so you can get started. And then I'll show you how to write one as well. That's going to be in future videos. I hope this is just a quick rundown of this. I highly recommend this. Unlike the headrush pedals the headrush pedal that I tried, this one right here, I highly, highly, highly recommend. Now, Boss is coming out with a new EX100 as well. I'm going to try to get my hands on that as well. It's actually a little less. It's about $600. It's about half the price of this, but it does have a touchscreen. Honestly, after using the touchscreen on the headrush, I'm kind of afraid of those touchscreens. So I really like this instead, because once I figured out how to do it, and it didn't take me long, you know. Within a couple hours, I had 3 patches dialed in, so it's not like it took that long to figure it out, but the manual is not that great, just so you guys know. The manual is very, very basic and limited and doesn't cover all the things this can do at all. They tell you to go read their PDF thing, and who wants to do that? They should send all that information with you. You know, I will reiterate that to Boss. Hey, Boss, you need to make a better manual for these. If you're going to make these complicated multi-effects pedals, then we want, as consumers, we want a full manual that tells us how to do everything. If I'm spending that kind of money, you can take the time to print some paper and give me a manual that covers everything. From the basic startup so I can start using it to the detailed way to really dive into this, instead of us having to figure it out and watch guys like me make videos to help other guys out. But this was just kind of a basic rundown of this, kind of how it kind of works. Pretty simple. I wanted to play some sounds. This is just more of a demo thing to kind of demo it a little bit this time. I'm going to dive into the next one on the next video and show you guys how to actually do some patches. So hope you guys like the video. I hope this is a good start to kind of show you guys some sounds that this can do. This thing can do all kinds of things. It's got so much stuff going on. So many sounds. You can tweak them to any way you want. I think anybody that gets this pedal is going to be very happy with it. It's built really well. I mean, it's built like a tank. The switches are very conductive. There's no lag time between changing. I mean, it's instantaneous. Even when you're switching banks, like I've been playing playing it live, and I will go hit this and then drop down to here, and it's instantaneous. As soon as you do it, it's instantaneous. You're on it. You know, and if I wanted to bank up and then play off of this one, I can hit that one. And it's instantaneous. It just, like, watch how fast it changes. See, it's on it. It's just on it. It's that fast. It's instantaneous. Where that head rush had some lag time. So I really recommend this. You got big volume control here as well. It just does a lot. I can't say enough about it. I've only had it for a few days now, and I'm super, super happy. I got band practice tonight. It's going to be the first time I'm going to use it with my band, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's no bigger than my foot pedal down there on the floor. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than what it is, so it has a really good small footprint as well. So highly recommend it. Check out the Boss GT1000. It's a great, great multi-effects pedal. Boss just makes really good stuff. And stay tuned for part 2 when we show you guys actually how to create a patch. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next one.